job itself is a hard, arduous, fairly monotonous work, and not exactly the sort of occupation that people want to enter when leaving school. We have endeavoured to produce a splitting machine, which we hope in the long term will overcome this problem. The machine we have now is a prototype. We foresee a great future in the automation of this machine, which will give us substantially more production than we obtain from a single slate maker.
As a quarryman, I don't see them perfecting a machine capable until they can guarantee every block of slate to see if it was perfect. As you know, as you are aware, every machine that you introduce to any kind of work does away with the workforce. You do away with men.
McAlpines have also installed machinery to exploit the waste material that's always been unavoidable in slate production. McAlpines are crushing the slate debris into granules for road fill and into ultra-fine powder, which they sell to the plastics and cosmetics industries. No one in Bethesda denies that McAlpines have brought new life to the Penrhyn quarry. But there are reservations about the brute force and sheer scale of the operation. There's the feeling that modernisation has contributed to the chronic unemployment of the area. McAlpine is the only important employer in or around Bethesda, and yet they can offer work to no more than 200 men.
Well, it's only all machines there now, eh? It wasn't like before, full machines, eh?
It's not a quarry anymore, as I say, it's a factory. Because in the old days, used to be everybody's little bread and butter. But now it's only a few. In the old days, it'd be thousands working there. 2,300. That's right. It's only about 600 now, I believe. I'm not certain. Because they've mechanized it so much, but it's gone to a factory instead of a quarry.
Like the other slate towns, Bethesda has had little success in attracting new industry in a time of general economic recession. The men lucky enough to have found work at the massive hydroelectric pump storage scheme in Dinorwic will be laid off over the next few months as the project nears completion. There's no sign of any major construction project anywhere in North Wales to replace it. Unemployment in North Wales is far higher than the national average, and for school leavers there's little alternative to the dole. At the local school in Bethesda, the head of the Welsh department is Elwyn Hughes.
I find that children very often tell me at school they would like to stay in the area, and some of them feel quite strongly about staying here to work. But it's so sad when one knows that it's an impossibility in most cases.
High unemployment has driven people away in search of work. The empty houses are bought by outsiders, often English, who either renovate and resell them at higher prices or use them for a few weeks of the year as holiday homes.
Second homes in Wales and holiday homes, they do cause a tremendous threat. The influx of non-Welsh speakers to the area, they certainly have an effect. And there is some animosity because of this.
Welsh was our mother tongue. English is our second language. When the quarry was going full pelt, you see, everybody in the quarry was Welsh. And of course, naturally, we had our own traditions, and of course, we got our own culture. It's been gradually eroded, that's true that. And I'm afraid if we're not very careful, the Welsh traditions and culture and all this will finish and die out. If that eventually happens, we're going to lose a tremendous amount of rich poetry and books and pieces of music that's helped the Welsh and everybody else in the years gone by.
Os ydych chi'n mynd yn ôl I dop dudalen 4 eto, a dal o'r tac na. A cam na diwn byw a hyd y doedd. Dych chi'n mynd tynnu lawr ddim nes ydych chi'n dod i'r geiriau am ddim ond sydd dros dy fo.
Tourism may well be the last hope for the economic survival of the slate communities of North Wales.
You wouldn't perhaps understand it, but anything Welsh is very dear to us, and I'd rather see it die, I think, than just survive as a little puppet to please the English or any other nation. I'd rather see it die than that. But at least we'd have our self-respect.